was hoping you'd be delayed so we could have more excitement. Yes, my husband and I used to go on dates at the ruins. The night sky and the fresh air, all surrounded by the history of the island. It's a very romantic spot, you know. There's nothing at all to see here, but I did hear a young girl pacing outside my door before the theft. She seemed very flustered. I called her inside and we talked a bit about books. She was a student at the university. Suddenly she said she needed to go. What a sad girl. You skipped to the last page? Don't spoil the ending for me. The businessman Vadim gave me that book last night. I haven't finished it yet, and I don't know anything about those numbers. They better not be important to the story.
Are you the authorities? Do you paint the crime scene to help find clues? Okay, well, my boyfriend and I really need to get off this lake. We're supposed to be playing a show in Narva tonight, but the innkeeper won't let anyone leave. It's so frustrating. We've never played anywhere important, and the one chance we get, this has to happen. A book was stolen. It must contain the meaning of life because I can't see any other reason it would be such a big deal. We got here yesterday afternoon. We ate dinner, played some music, and went to bed. I heard some scuffling in the middle of the night, but I just thought it was rats. Ugh, they're everywhere. Just hurry up and find the criminal, okay?
Oh, we're not really taking new visitors. There's been an incident. But with the storm, well, I'll give you the room we all planned to give the detective. We're just about full otherwise. There's been a theft in one of the rooms. The police are on their way now, though it might take a while. Don't worry, though. The thief wouldn't dare strike again. Some sort of important book. Real valuable, I guess, by the way Mr. Historian is reacting. I don't claim to understand what it does. I just know we can't have any thieves making an escape. We've got all kind of weirdos here. It could be just about any one of them. They're all exhausting me. Most of the guests are napping right now, though, so it's nice and quiet for the moment. Look, since we've got this shady business going on here, I'm not going to charge you. You can have a room upstairs, first floor on your right. At any rate, it looks like you don't have much choice but to stay. The storm is raging out there. My great-great-grandparents built it as a waypoint for expeditions north and for folks building windmills on the Teefmore Bluffs. It's well past its glory days, and I can't imagine this situation is going to do much to boost its reputation. Not exactly. Well, there was this university student. Strange thing. She arrived around noon, coming from Narva. A few hours later, the historian arrived, followed by Helena and that businessman, Vadim. The student went off to her room, or figured she wanted an early start in the morning. But then she came out a little after sunset, bags all packed, telling me she had to leave and take care of an emergency. I felt bad for her having to leave in the night like that.
Who are you? You don't look like the authorities. Another suspect. When did you get here? Oh, sure. Well, watch yourself. There's a thief on the loose, and no one's even trying to catch them. In my translation book, it contains runes that would allow me to enter and learn more about the Tiefmoor ruins. It's highly sensitive and confidential information. I was on my way to the ruins when the thief made their move. Very few people know about the translation book. Someone must have been following me. And the authorities. Delayed by a boating mishap. At this rate, the thief is going to slip away in the night.
Hi, I'm Amir. You are going to crack this case, right? My girlfriend and I were supposed to play a show tonight. Oh, this is horrible. I don't know if this will help, but there was someone down on the beach late last night. I couldn't sleep, so I was looking out of my window at the lake, searching for inspiration. But yeah, someone was down there. Just past the innkeeper's counter. You can go in, the door's unlocked. We figured since we don't have any interesting books, we're probably safe from the thief. That businessman, Vadim, he's pretty strange, obsessed with money. He's given me several nasty looks. And the woman over in the corner, Belinda, she keeps giggling at everyone.
Hello, Detective. My name's Belinda, and I'm an open book, I tell you. Any questions you have, I'm completely ready to answer. I don't have a single thing to hide. The only suspicious thing I've seen is that historian. He's been running into our rooms, snatching up our things and dragging them around for others to inspect. It makes you wonder if he isn't trying to cover something up. My sister and I are taking a relaxing vacation. She hardly gets out of the house anymore, and I thought the fresh air out here would do her some good. Knees, thighs, toes, a continual upset stomach. Old age, you might say. Well, who knows, really? We can't get in there to find out. But it's nice to dream. My sister loved hiking and traveling more than anything. Now she can only travel in her books.
Ah, good. You finally arrived to sort this out. Check through my suitcase and I'll be on my way, detective. Good gods, this is truly obscene. The historian likely dropped the book in the lake himself. You've seen how his hands shake. And now he's trying to frame one of us. That historian! He's a madman! He tore through our rooms this morning, screaming about his wretched book. A wasted opportunity at the moment. Who doesn't love the idea of visiting a tomb thousands of years old? Who wouldn't love the sense of discovery and heritage? Who wouldn't pay dozens and dozens of glowstones for that kind of experience? I'm going to bring that dream to life, I promise you that. Have you any progress? Numbers? I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. I picked up that book in a small market last week. It wasn't my cup of tea, so I gave it to Rad Miller.
Just hurry up and find the criminal, okay?
Hello again, Detective. What's the dirt? You skipped to the last page? Don't spoil the ending for me. The businessman Vadim gave me that book last night. I haven't finished it yet, and I don't know anything about those numbers. They better not be important to the story. Yes, my husband and I used to go on dates at the ruins. The night sky and the fresh air, all surrounded by the history of the island. It's a very romantic spot, you know.
You're making great strides, Detective. I know you'll have this sorted out in no time. Oh, right. Well, anyway, I'm sure you'll find the culprit. Since the criminal still hasn't been found, I've taken the liberty of locking everyone's boat ashore. Shouldn't be travelling in the storm anyway. Why don't you take these keys and continue investigation of the suspects in their rooms? Just about everyone in this area has an opinion on them. Indigenous people think no one should even look at them. Most everyone else just wants to see what's inside. Well, I had a pal who snuck inside when we were kids. She wouldn't tell me what she saw in there though. Kinda doubt she actually did it.
You don't look like any detective I've ever seen. I won't be answering your questions.
Have you any progress?
I don't think you're a real detective at all. Those ruins mean everything to me. All I've ever wanted is to preserve that sacred ground. That's an old poem from the native people on the Teefmore Bluffs. I keep it with me as a reminder to always be thankful. Yes, I have. Those musicians have been desperate to get out of here since the moment the book went missing. They've been singing all kinds of obnoxious songs about this situation. Annoying fiends.
Have you any progress? A wasted opportunity at the moment. Who doesn't love the idea of visiting a tomb thousands of years old? Who wouldn't love the sense of discovery and heritage? Who wouldn't pay dozens and dozens of glowstones for that kind of experience? I'm going to bring that dream to life, I promise you that. Numbers? I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. I picked up that book in a small market last week. It wasn't my cup of tea, so I gave it to Rad Miller.
Hi. I'm not really sure what's going on. Of course. Those halls belong to my ancestors, and my aunt lives on the property. I mean, for now, she's probably going to have to sell it. Oh, right. There was an emergency, but don't worry, everything's okay now. Oh, Are you sure it's necessary? Okay, it's just on the ground.
Aha, good news. The real detective has arrived.
Look, we've already searched everyone's trunks. The book isn't here. Thief's got it hidden somewhere else. But maybe if you take a look, you'll find something that points to the killer. I mean the thief. What? You found this here? Why, I can't fully translate it, but I think this is describing a poem about cattle. Or about gold. I need my translation book. Why are you searching through my things? I only opened my trunk so the suspects would feel more comfortable opening theirs. Surely I can't be a suspect in this crime. That medication is my private business. Ahem. I would appreciate if you mind my privacy. I am the victim here, after all. It's true I'm being let go from my position at the university, but this is my life's work we're talking about. I can't just abandon this when I'm so close to finding all the answers. But really, detective, this is a waste of time. You should be investigating the actual suspects. The ruins are an incredibly rich source of culture and heritage for the people of Eastshade. I believe that within the ruins there are relics that would help us understand our beginnings on this island. But somehow, there are people who think history is a waste of time, and they've thwarted my efforts of discovery at every turn.
Can I help? Okay, you caught me, all right? I know how to get into the ruins and I've been going in there for years. Is that what you want to know? So yes, it was me. Translation book? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, gosh. I thought you were looking for a trespasser. I didn't steal them. They belong to my ancestors. I didn't steal them. They belong to my ancestors. Everyone, except my aunt and my parents who think the ruins need to stay empty for our old spirits. But there aren't any spirits. I've been in there 100 times.
Are you the impromptu detective? Sorry it took me so long to get here. The innkeeper just filled me in on the situation. It seems like you've been doing good work here. Do you have a prime suspect? Really? That's very interesting. Let me have a look around and see if I can confirm your suspicions. You've got some more training to do, rookie. Turns out it was actually Helena. Sad story this is. Looks like Helena was hoping to sell off the land to the tourist industry. Worth quite a lot of money. Says she was trying to take a final look inside the ruins. That's why she needed the book. Must have been having second thoughts about selling the land. Unfortunately for her, we've now got solid evidence that the ruins are filled with ancient relics. No chance of selling the property now. Ownership will most likely default to university. Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't reward you for your work. Please, accept these glowstones I'm authorised to award good Samaritans like yourself. And I believe my work here is just about done.
So, you actually weren't the detective after all. I just had to see if there was anything in the ruins. All my life, I've believed there's nothing but spirits in there. I've started to see that no one else believes that. I can't afford for the land to go to science. Science doesn't pay. But my heart couldn't afford for the ruins to be opened as a tourist location. I just thought the translation book might hold some answers for me. Might help me solve this puzzle. Vadim made an offer on the land. He suggested running his own excavation for sacred objects, but really I knew he would do everything possible to destroy what he found. I took the book and planned to sneak inside the ruins. Just take a peek. I wouldn't have destroyed anything, and if I found something, I would have reported it to the university right away. Now, the ruins will be opened to the university. We'll just have to see what happens.
I didn't expect things to happen so quickly. I guess the ruins aren't ours anymore. I'm glad the university will be studying them. I've always wondered about everything I saw in there. Poor Auntie H. I wish she could see inside. She must have been really desperate to end up taking that book.
Thanks for working on this case, Detective. We were worried we'd be trapped here forever.
Always count on me, Detective. Who knows? Maybe they will find some cures in the ruins. That would really be something.
To hear there's something of interest in those ruins. Well, I guess Vadim won't want to buy my inn anymore, but maybe we'll get more interest now anyway. Who knows, I just might convert one of these rooms into a ruins museum.
Finally, we can leave! Maybe we'll get to play in Narva after all.
It's too bad the ruins are going to be swept up by the university. Wasted opportunity. The entire island would have profited from the tourism. All in the name of science, I suppose.
Well, after we recover the translation book from Helena, maybe I can get my position at the university back as well. The ruins have always been important to her. I only hope I can preserve them for future generations. And imagine what we can learn about the past. Eventually, I hope it will be better this way. If we uncover even one artifact, the ruins will be protected forever. No tourists, no names carved in the walls by hooligans, no trash tossed around. Just a bastion of history. On an unrelated note, I saw shall we call it the watercraft you arrived here in. I have drawn up some instructions for you on how to build a reed boat. They're commonly used around here. No need for whatever that thing is. You also find reed boats quite capable of coastal travel. I can't imagine your contraption there is. You'll need heavy reeds. They're wider and flatter than the usual sort. Best wishes, and, sorry for accusing you of taking my translation book. I'm sure you understand.
And I believe my work here is just about done.
We've sorted all this out. I know we've done some questionable things, but we're turning a new leaf now. And I'm going to put together a kit of tinctures for Finn and tell him just what happened. We're going to be new people.
The shop is bustling, and we're getting along just fine now. Oh, to think it was just folks talking that drove business away all that time.
Take a look at that! You've gone and painted my invention. Say, maybe this is just what people need to see to get them out here and interested in taking a flight. I've got it. How about you paint me and the balloon up in the air so people can get a real idea of how the flight will be? Great. I'll get ready for liftoff. Well, I knew it would look amazing in flight. You're pretty quick with that painting business. Here, let me add some information on there. This will work. All right, that'll get people interested. Now, it's up to you to make sure the kind folks of Eastshade see that flyer. Put it up somewhere with lots of traffic. Oh, I'm sure you'll find the perfect spot, traveller.
It comes!
Interested in a book?
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
What crud?
Good day.
Glad to see that coat is treating you well.
Some blue here. Green. No, yellow.
My box? Oh, such intricate, careful detail in the carving. Can't find craftsmanship like that nowadays. It's just how I remembered it. Give it here, child. It's an old family name, you know. Now give it here. Sheesh, so many accusations. Are we partners or not? I waited long enough for this moment. Look, I've got the key. Now give me the box. You will not let up. Fine then. Look, my mother left jewels in this box. Some of my inheritance. Children can be careless. Stranger things have happened. Why you? I'll give you half the jewels inside. Ugh. Last chance. You'll never get it open without this key. If my legs were working proper, I'd knock that box out of your smug hands. Come back to taunt me? Or are you gonna give me the box after all? You stole the jewels, didn't you, you thieving shrew? I don't speak to liars.
Some blue here. Green. No, yellow.
Sorry, you can't go up there right now. We're doing some renovations. Have a good one.
A fine day for science. How's the hot spring sample collecting going? Medva is an old bearfolk family name. A few bearfolk around here have ancestors named Medva. Our own ranger, Victor, down at the national park is one that comes to mind. His ancestors were voyagers long ago. From what I've heard around town, Lady Samira also has family in the Medva line.
Hi there. What? A box? Why are you bothering me with something like that? I do, actually. Okay, fine. Let's see it. Well, I can't say I ever expected to see this. Medva was my great-great-grandfather. His mother brought him to Eastshade with nothing to her name except some seeds from their homeland. According to the story, she kept them there, in that very box. She wanted to plant them here so Eastshade would share a piece of home. I can't believe you actually recovered it. It makes sense it would be Lady Samira's scheme, but I can't figure out what she'd want to do with seeds. Doesn't really seem to fit her style. But that's about the best thing I've ever heard. Pretty impressive you managed not to fall for her tricks. The seeds must still be in here. I've got another key somewhere, unless Samira got to that one too somehow. I think I'll try planting them. In pots, of course. They're an invasive species. Thanks for rescuing this for me. It's nice to have a piece of my family's history.
You know what? This box is basically a historical artifact. It would be nice for other travelers to see a part of immigrant history. Would you mind delivering it to the innkeeper up the hill?
My great-great-grandparents built this lodge. It's held up pretty well, I'd say. With any luck, it'll stay up for many more generations. What an ornate box. Oh, this is the famous seed box of the Medvay family. I guess it's fitting to display it here, this being the place the Medvay settled. Not at all. But us innkeepers, folks tell us things. Just the other night, I heard the wildest story about a strange musical group out in the woods. You ever think of all the interesting stories we hear night after night? I'm gonna set up a nice plaque for this. A traveling box. How fitting for an inn.
hot, crunchy scales.
Farewell, my friend.
Found me, my ring traveler, but you didn't bring the old fish. I don't need him, per se. I'm so glad just to be reunited with my wedding ring. Thank you for bringing it back. Here, have a few glowstones. And thank the great shade you survived. Well, it's hard to be sure. What a mean-spirited old fish. You ever hear the tale of how old Pops came to be so grumpy? No? Oh, you're in for a treat. Well, you see, there was one day old Pops swallowed a bitter frog. So he swallowed this frog, and the taste was so awful, old Pops started thrashing around something terrible. There was a boat nearby, and when old Pops leapt out of the water, he hit it hard. That boat was knocked over, and the captain was real upset. He was yelling and ended up harpooning the giant fish right in the side. Didn't you notice the lard gash on old Pops? So anyhow, old Pops has been bitter ever since. Can't believe you survived fetching my ring from him. That old Pops, he's got it out for us all. You ever wonder what it's like to be so different from all those other fish out there? What it's like to be so big you accidentally throw a bunch of people overboard?
my old partner, the Traveller! We've done it! That flyer really did the trick. I've just had a whole group of adventurous folks looking to take flight. Say, you've really saved my invention. How'd you like to take a ride up to the mountaintop? That's the spirit. Hop in, pal! Even more spectacular than I always dreamed. Feel free to walk around and take in the sights. I'll take you back down when you're finished. Are you ready to head back? Thanks again for all your help. There's nothing so exciting as bringing people on a great adventure. Just let me know if you need another lift to the mountaintop, pal.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Not bad.
Get out! Get out!
Easy does it. Do you know your name? Okay, just have to check. Standard protocol when someone gets hit in the head like that. And do you remember what happened? Isan said you provoked him, is that true? Did he at any point ask you to leave? I'm not assigning guilt to anyone, I'm just trying to get the facts straight. Listen, I think I know what's going on here. As an official, I'm obliged to tell you, in the future, in situations like these, never confront the parent, ever. It's most likely they will deny and defend, and no good can come of that. If you suspect something, report it. Don't take it into your own hands. You stay clear of Isan now, and he'll stay clear of you. I'll be on my way now. We've got it handled. Like I said, you two just stay out of each other's way.
Oh, my ship. Such a good ship she was. None of that matters now, though. Oh, my poor ship. Now leave me be. Can't you leave a person to mourn in peace? Is that Annabelle? Why did you paint her all ruined like that? Is this supposed to memorialize a resting place? Then you do understand this tragedy. Thank you. She would thank you too, if she were still alive. I don't want anything to do with this painting. It's a thoughtful gesture, but you keep it. Take these. There's nothing worse than arriving in a new place glowstoneless. Now leave me be.
The one who dwells in the tower is the architect of New Lindo, the one who designed the beautiful buildings, the one who has been missing for years now. Maybe this is for the best. Perhaps it's time someone talked to him, and maybe it's best if it's an outsider. I think deep down, he doesn't want to be living in that tower. He is rash, and he is proud. Would you talk to him? I'll leave the door unlocked for you.
Excuse me! I desperately need your help. Please, don't leave. I've been stranded in this cove for 2 days. Oh, if the old fisherman's ramp was still standing, I could have just walked out, but as it is, I'm stuck. I've been stranded in this cove for 2 days. If the old fisherman's ramp was still standing, I could have just walked out, but as it is, I'm stuck. My children and I were visiting Eastshade, and we went out on the ocean for some fishing when a terrible squall capsized us and sunk our boat. I've been stuck here, worried to death about them. Well, I must stay hopeful and vigilant. They must be okay. I just need to get out of this cove. There's no way the two of us are going to fit in that kayak of yours. But that access ramp. If you could craft a rope out of twine, I think you could hang it from the end of the ramp. Oh, thank you! Oh, I'm so lucky you found me. See you again. I don't like being stuck in this cove. How are you going with making the rope? Oh, that's great! See if you can find a way up to that broken access ramp and hang the rope from one of its wooden beams. Oh, you've rescued me! I'm eternally grateful. If there's one more thing I could ask you for. I have to find my children. Do you know where they are? I need to go find them. No time to waste.